What is up, YouTube? This is Matt here, and today I am bringing you a kind of not so competitive but really fun deck. This is a deck profile on Gimmick puppets. This deck is super fun to play. I'm actually really considering making this deck. We got some of these cards out of Premium Gold, and one of my buddies already was making the deck, and he researched these cards and found out these were actually pretty good, and I don't think he plays that much anymore, so I might try and get these cards off of his hands. But if you don't know the deck, basically it just goes into really good rank 8s, and it's got its own rank up magic card, and it's got some pretty kick-ass Chaos Xyz monsters. So I'll just get into the profile. Triple Dreary Doll. If it's in your graveyard, you can banish another Gimmick puppet from your graveyard to special summon it. You can only use that effect once per turn, and it can only be used for an Xyz material for a Gimmick puppet Xyz monster. So it's got a drawback, but it's really easy to keep getting a monster on board, and some of the Gimmick puppet Xyz monsters are really good. So 3 Dreary Doll, along with 3 Magnet Doll. As long as your opponent controls a monster and all monsters you control are Gimmick puppets, you can just special summon it from your hand. So this deck has a really consistent way of just getting level 8s on the board. You just banish, summon Dreary Doll, summon Magnet Doll from hand, go into a rank 8. So it's really good. Triple Scissor Arms. When it's normal summoned, you send a Gimmick puppet monster from your deck to your graveyard. I would only run 2, but I want to see this guy first turn because you play Scissor Arms and you send Dreary Doll to graveyard, and then Scissor Arms get destroyed, and then it's food for Dreary Doll to get special summoned. So I like Triple Scissor Arms. Triple Machina Cannon. You can discard machines from your hand to special summon it from your hand. It's a level 8 machine, so it goes with the deck, and it's really easy to pitch a Dreary Doll to special summon Machina Cannon, and then banish to summon Dreary Doll and go into one of your rank 8s. So yeah, Triple Cannon and Triple Gearspring Spirit, another Dark Machine. As long as you only have machines in your graveyard, you can just special summon this guy. And then once per turn, you can target a face-up monster your opponent controls, and its attack becomes 0. So this is a really good card, a level 8 machine. A lot of times I'll open up with a Dreary Doll, Scissor Arms, a Cannon, and a Spirit. For Cannon, you discard Dreary Doll and Scissor Arms to special summon it, and then you just special summon Spirit, go into Felgrand or something, and then next turn you got food for Dreary Doll to get special summoned. So Triple Spirit, really good. 1 Gear Frame because you want to see those cannons, and then 1 Gen X Recycled. I was dueling someone, and this guy turned me on to this play. It's a Dark Machine tuner, so it doesn't fuck up your Gearspring Spirit play, and it's a level 1 tuner. So basically, you banish a special summon Dreary Doll, normal summon Gen X Recycled, and then you special summon Locomotion R Gen X. When it's synchro summoned, you take control of the face-up monster your opponent controls at the highest level. Granted, it is level, and a lot of people are using Xyz monsters, but with Pendulum Summoning coming out, synchro summons are going to make a big comeback, in my opinion. And this is just an amazing card. It is way too good. So, yeah, I really like that play. So, 17 monsters. Triple Junk Puppet. It's a monster reborn for junks or puppets, and it's just really good because if you want to go into Tachyon or Felgrand or Heliopolis, you play this to special summon Magnet Doll back, because Dreary Doll has a restriction of only being able to use for a Gimmick puppet XYZ. So yeah, 1 Allure of Darkness because pretty much everything but the Machinas are dark. Triple Trade-In because having Dreary Doll in your hand sucks, and sometimes you just need to get it out of your hand, or it's just really good draw power. I was playing Advanced Draw, but I didn't like that as much. Trade-In's much better. Double Rank Up Magic Argent Chaos Force. This is an absolutely ridiculous card. If you target a rank 5 or target a rank 5 or higher Xyz monster you control and special summon from your extra deck a 1 number C or CXYZ monster that is 1 rank higher than that monster you control by using it as an Xyz material. So you can have Felgrand out, and if it runs out of materials, you can play Rank Up Magic and get out one of your big boy Gimmick puppets. This card's crazy. And then if it's in your graveyard and you Xyz summon a rank 5 or higher Xyz monster, you can add that card from your graveyard back to your hand. So this is crazy. I would only run one, but you have nothing to search it out and you really want to see it because this leads for crazy plays. So I run 2 of them. 3 is way too cloggy. 1 Book of Moon, triple MST, triple Upstart, 1-1-for-1, just for summoning this Gen X recycled. I might take this out. I was running Unknown Synchron as well, but this guy needs a Gen X tuner, so I didn't really realize that until I was in the middle of the game, and I done fucked up real bad. 1 Foolish Burial, Solemn, Torrential, Triple Decree. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm a really big fan of Triple Decree, and I just prefer to go off on monster effects and use powerful spells instead of just relying on drawing traps and going off that. I'll do the side deck. Triple Twister, because you never know what your opponent is going to throw out there, so you just want to be prepared with the Twisters. Triple Light Imprisoning Mirror. People only run 2, and I think it's stupid because you definitely need to see this card if you're playing like Boojins. Triple Mind Crush, Double Trap Hole. People give me shit for running this in the side deck, but I just think it's way too good of a card. Double Chaos Trap Hole and Double Vanities. Onto the side deck. First, we play 1 Gimmick Puppet Giant Grinder. This card is awesome. He's so good. 2 level 8s, and twice per turn, you can detach to target a special summon monster your opponent controls and then destroy it. And then if it was an Xyz monster, your opponent gets damage equal to its original attack. That's twice per turn, so it's absolutely nuts. It's a really good card. So I play 1 of him. Double Gimmick Puppet of Strings. I play 2 of him over the Giant Grinder just because it's a 3000 beat stick. You just kind of sit on Grinder with 2500 defense. So I like going into Strings just out of having a beat stick. And then once per turn you can detach and place a string counter on each face-up monster on the field except for this. And then if you do, during your opponent's next end phase, destroy all monsters with string counters. And if you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each monster destroyed. So it's really good. But the main play is if your opponent has like a stacked field, you play this guy, detach, like say they have like 3 monsters on the field, all 3 of them get string counters, and then you play rank up magic, and then you go into the Gimmick Puppet of Dark Strings. When it's special summon, destroy all monsters with string counters, and if you do, draw 1 card and then inflict damage to your opponent equal to the highest original attack among those destroyed monsters. So this play is absolutely ridiculous because it takes care of like anywhere from 1 to 5 monsters, does damage to your opponent, and you get to draw on it. And then you got a 33 beat stick on the field. And then once per turn you can detach to place a string counter on each face-up monster your opponent controls. So yeah, I run 2 of this just because like I have wanted to go into a second one before and get that crazy play off and then get that 33 beat stick. So yeah, this card, there is like almost nothing in the game that'll get over 33, so it is nuts. Really good card. And then 1 Gimmick Puppet Giant Hunter. You can detach and blow up a card on the field, and if it was a monster, they get damage equal to its original attack. And this got 2500. It's not like huge, but it's still a really good card to go into if they've got like 1 back row, and like you're like, that's a fucking Mirror Force. I know it's a fucking Mirror Force. You just go into this guy, and yeah. Double Felgrand, because Felgrand's a really good card. 1 Heliopolis, just because like if you can summon this, and then you can like summon Dreary Doll. You can just tribute Dreary Doll and then blow up a card on the field. So it's really good. And you can tribute from your hand, so if you've got like a Dreary Doll or 2 in your hand and you can't get rid of them, you can just go into this guy and then start blowing shit up. 1 Tachyon Dragon. This card's actually really fucking good. I didn't realize how good it was. It's really good against like Fire Kings. It's pretty good against. I'm thinking about shit that like activates effects when it gets destroyed by battle. I don't know, just stuff like that. Yeah, it's really good. I don't go into it too much, but it's pretty good. 1-101, an Exciton, and a Lovable Chain, just because I am running the Triple Scissor Arms and the Machina Gear Frame, so I don't want to be stuck, like, I don't want to have to, like, dump and then it not get destroyed, and then play Gear Frame and Search, and then not have a rank 4 option. So I'd like to have, normally I go in the Lavable Chain, just so I can dump some more. But I'm not a huge fan of this just because it fucks up Gearspring Spirit. But if it's like late game and I'm pushing for game, like, and I need that Exciton, I want that option there. So I'm playing a couple rank 4s. And then the Locomotion Argenix, I already went over this card. And then a Catasser, just because if you have the Scissor Arms and you can get out recycled with like 1-for-1. He's a Dark Machine, so it doesn't fuck up Spirit. Same with Locomotion Argenix. So, yeah, that's the Gimmick Puppet deck. I strongly advise trying out this deck. It is super fun to play. But these are you only need to play these 9 gimmicks in the main deck. The other ones are kind of trash. I mean, there's a couple good ones, like Egghead is decent, Humpty Dumpty is alright, but then that brings into like a rank 4 aspect, and they only have 3 rank 8. And I'm not playing Leo solely because I'm running Decree and it stays face up on your field, so I wouldn't be able to activate the effect, even though C88 is absolutely ridiculous. I have played the card and won with its win condition before. I just think it's inconsistent, and I would rather be able to do the strings and dark strings play, and like just cooler shit like that, and have the options to go into Tachyon or Heliopolis or Felgrand, rather than trying to just go into some other bullshit. So yeah, that's the deck. Tell me what you guys think. This is a super fun deck to play. I've said in a couple of videos, I don't really mind if you guys like net deck my decks and try them out. This is just a really fun deck that I like to play. I'm still playing Constellars. That's my shit. I'm also making a Boojin deck just because it's going to be really good. But yeah, so like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, guys.